Shalom, or praise to Yahweh Shem El Shai. The one is the apostles at GreatMillStone ruling well. This is some news updates here. This is from Forbes.com. And then it says biometrics a stepping stone to eliminating the password forever. It says once thought as an exotic and futuristic, the use of biometrics as a means of authentication is quickly becoming mainstream. The concept is based on the fact that each person is unique and can be identified by his or her intrinsic physical or behavior traits. This premise can serve as a powerful security measure, proving extremely valuable to organizations and their employees. They got the fingerprint system there. And you know, if you check into this, it's all about the plan of the Illuminati to get everybody merged with the AI, artificial intelligence, or whatever you call it, or the beast system, the technology, you know. And we know that he's going to use the one mark of the beast, which the scriptures call the mark of the beast, which Esau calls the RFID chip. They got the fingerprint here. You know that fingerprint. Criminals get around fingerprint systems, so that's not it's not good enough, you know, for in their eyes. If you're a frequent traveler, you may already have experienced biometric authentication firsthand. The Transportation Security TSA has been testing the technology at airports in Atlanta and Denver in the hopes of speeding up airport security. The deployment fingerprint readers compare passengers' fingerprints with ones that were provided when the passenger enrolled in TSA. The goal is for fingerprints to one day serve as a permanent boarding pass and ID for flyers. Fingerprints were recognized as a useful tool for identification for earlier than you think. As early as 500 BC, the Babylonians recorded fingerprints on clay tablets for business transactions. Modern-day biometric systems began to emerge in everyday application towards the end of the 20th century. Touch iPad became commonplace with the emerge of iPhone 5S and 3D touch. So, you know, like I said, they're pushing this in this article, the fingerprint system, but they've got, you know, there's some places they've got voice recognition, eye scanners, but those things can be changed. You know, you can change your eyes with the matter of having fucking contact lenses in. You can change your fingerprints. They show you in the criminal programs of people burning their fucking fingerprints and shit, or wearing fucking stick-on fingers and stuff like that. So, you know, it says beyond fingerprints, many organizations have also started to incorporate other biometrics when authenticating end users. In 2016, MasterCard announced the capability for customers to use facial biometrics for payment authentication, often referred to as selfie pay. Tapping into the user's smartphone camera, the individual can verify their identity by just showing their face. Apple may be also the elites are using their technology to push biometrics, man, which the ultimate biometric is the RFID chip. So they're making things like face scans, eye scans, thumb scans. People are getting used to it now. But nothing's based on paper. It's all based on, I'm gonna verify it with my biometrics. You know. It says Apple may be moving towards facial biometrics with the release of iPhone 8, which is rumored to feature infrared facial recognition that may complement or replace the phone's fingerprint sensor. With the large-scale shift to mobile Internet of Things, biometrics will be crucial to authentication technologies that go beyond the antiquated use of passwords. However, it is important to recognize that biometric authentication is not a silver bullet. No single authentication technique is beyond the reach of attackers. So they're saying there's a flaw in this system, hence why they want to get everybody chipped. And as you can see, there's a bit more to this article. It's a good article. I'm not going to read it all because I think I've got the point out of it. But, you know, that's what it is, because I want to go to the scriptures here quickly. This is Job 5 and 12. And I always bring this out. He disappointeth the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. And the Lord is going to disappoint this idea that's in Esau's head. You know, that's why it says he taketh the wise in their own craftiness, because this ain't going to work. Now, according to the prophecies, people are going to get chipped, man. He causeth all great and small, free and bond to take the mark of the beast. So people are going to get RFID biometricated. And for those who don't take it, there's guillotines and concentration camps set up. You know. But the Lord's going to just smash the beast, man. It tells you that in Revelations 19. You know. So, you know, that's pretty much what I wanted to bring out. You know, RFID news updates, man. But like I said, this from what we've read, it shows you that you said that there's a flaw in it. So what's the way to tighten this? It's to use the RFID, man. That's his plan, to tag everyone with a mark of the beast. Which they don't tell you also, they've got certain chemicals in it that if you disobey, they just shut you off, man. It's a complete slave chip. You know. That's why the script, so you go, it's a conspiracy theory. Ain't no chip and all of that. But what did the scripture say? He disappointeth the devices of the crafty, so their hands cannot perform their enterprise. What's their enterprise? New World Order, RFID chips, martial law, extermination camps, etc. That's what it's all about, man. They got different names for it. You know, I don't know if they got different names and stuff for their orders and their New World Order, that, you know, their Golden Dawn or whatever they want to call it, man. But, you know, the Lord's going to disappoint that. And there's a lot of you people out there that are still out there acting like you don't like the mark of the beast ain't the RFID chip. Well, you're gonna take that and get destroyed. Job 5 and 14, they meet with darkness in the daytime and grope in the noonday as in the night. So these plans are behind the scene, but they're putting it out to the public. And a lot of the public are accepting it. But there's going to be people that are rebelling. But you got Israelite groups teaching, yeah, no, there's no problem with getting RFID tags. Oh, they ain't no mark of the beast, bruv. No, man. Well, you're a zombie, mate. Because they're on record saying about getting everyone chipped. They're chipping the animals. They got animals in these cages. And these animals are depressed in these cages. And they got the animals chipped. And that shit fucks with your biology, man. You ain't supposed to merge yourself with technology, bro. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom. And, you know, if you take the mark of the beast, you're going to fucking die, mate. Simple as. So if we can get anything out of here. Actually, I'll read this. The application of behavioral biometric technology in authentication holds great potential for organizations across a wide range of industries. Imagine a situation where a user logs into his or her online banking application with a username and password. If the bank augmented its application with behavioral biometrics, it would know with a greater level of confidence that is the correct user login. Now imagine that a malicious user gets hold of someone's device. The malicious user will be asked for additional factor of authentication, or session will be ended before significant damage could occur. So they want to use you and have you become part of the computers, where they don't even hash it, type in a password. They got you so locked down that if you don't, so what if they push this out everywhere? No, you have to use biometrics to use everything. That's what they're going to do with the RFID. You're a robot, you're in the Internet of Things, you're a slave. computer says, we need, you know, you gotta summon yourself. You know. So anyway, with that, I'm gonna say shalom.